Well, good afternoon, folks. Not far away from kick-off time for the first of our qualifying sessions here at the Meridian General Business Insurance Advisors New Zealand Championship here at sunny KartSport Marlborough in Blenheim. Of course, had to think about for a minute where I was. Just want to wish everyone the best of luck for qualifying. It's a difficult session to get through, but there'll be some winners and some losers, so let's just celebrate those out on track, giving it their all. So first up's going to be the mighty cadets. They'll get out there and do their qualifying session, which is going to be 8 minutes long, starting around about 2 o'clock. So cadet will get underway around about 2. They'll lead us away for the qualifying for the afternoon. So Cadet Rock, of course, proudly sponsored by Tasman Karts. The Tasman Kart marquee just over the back behind me here. Go and catch up with the team, Brendan Gridley and the team at Tasman Karts. If you're looking to get into karting or wanting to improve your karting performance, go and see the team at Tasman Karts, just based behind the pits and the club rooms and the big marquee with obviously Tasman Karts on the outside. So big thanks to Brendan Gridley and the crew at Tasman Karts for getting behind the Cadet Rocks, our junior categories here at KartSport Marlborough. Massive thanks to all of our sponsors supporting this event. We couldn't put these events on without your help. You know, Meridian General, of course, our naming rights sponsor, Marlborough Lines, the Flourishing Trust, Liquid Action, High Rev Motorsport, Access Man, Veloce Karting, Red Stag Commercial, the Marlborough Tour Company, Towing the Line, Moa Brewing Company, and of course Tasman Karts, as I just mentioned. So we're here for qualifying today. Tomorrow will be the heat racing, where the guts of the action will happen. And then of course on Sunday is the big dance, the pre-finals and the finals to crown our national champions. So pre-finals and finals all day on Sunday, starting at 9 o'clock. So don't go anywhere, folks. We're being live streamed this weekend. So if you can't make it and you've got family members who want to check in the karting, just give them a yell and tell them to go into the KartSport New Zealand website, and they'll find a link there for the live stream, which is kicking off as soon as racing's underway. Also got other people to thank here for lots of things they've done to help the club out to get ready for this weekend. The internet and speaker cabling work, all done by Andrew from Brian FM. Big thanks to Andrew. Great guy, running around with like a one-arm paper hanger before putting all the cabling in to get this live stream working. So big thanks to Andrew from Brian FM. All the fence repairs for the last practice days, Andrew Goodsir and the team at Landspec, they've taken care of all the fencing. The facility's looking in amazing condition here this weekend. So big congratulations to the club for making that happen. Dave and Matt McConway for all the scissor lifts. So I'm standing on one of them at the moment, and there's one over the other far side here at Creswell Electrical Raceway. So thanks to Dave and Matt McConway. Marlborough Motorcycles have loaned us a recovery vehicle for this weekend, so big thank you to them for the use of the recovery vehicle. And Towing the Line are providing all the food for the officials for this weekend, so a great big thank you to Towing the Line as well. A couple of birthdays today, well, one at least, and that's Joey Zhou, our youngest competitor here this weekend. It's his birthday today, he's 8 years old. And our oldest competitor racing this weekend is Graham Sims, who'll be 73 in June, so we've got a difference of 65 years between the youngest and oldest here this weekend, here at KartSport Blenheim. So happy birthday, Joey Zhou. Let's hope qualifying's everything you're hoping it to be as you head out the gate shortly for your 8-minute qualifying session. Also a big thanks to our officials putting this event on, Chief Steward Wayne Croft, Race Director Graham Knight, and the stewards panel Russell Miller, Graham Spence, the clerk of course, Kimberly Hills, the assistant clerk of course, as well as Brian Lotter, Maylene Robbie, Hayley Wallace and Mark Barnhill running all our judicial cameras this weekend here at the racetrack. Our first response team, Jen Ruffle and Adam Geary. The driving standards advisor, Richard Moore, very experienced karter himself and race car driver. Richard Moore will be keeping an eye on all the driving standards to make sure they are above par. James Hadley relogging the data. John Kelly's our chief tech. And our tech officers are Mark Gray, Dave Robbie, Robert Duncan, Murray Gregg, Mark Butchart, Brian Hurd, They've come from all over the country this weekend to be with us. We do appreciate that support. Of course, our convener, Lynn Braun, done a fantastic job getting everything organised this weekend. If you're looking for getting things done, go and talk to her. She's a busy lady. She knows how to get things done. Tracy Rowan, the race secretary. Craig Bradley. Jeanette Smythe is our CRO, or Competitors Relations Officer. Ali Broughton on the start-finish line. Karen Tyrrell and Coriana Price in the tower as the cadets head out for their qualifying. About to get underway now. Welcome on in if you're just joining us on the live stream at home. Welcome to the 2024 Meridian General Business Insurance Advisors KartSport New Zealand National Championship. Underway this weekend here at sunny Blenheim at KartSport Marlborough. The youngest of our drivers are out on the track at the moment, our cadets. They're out there for 8 minutes doing their qualifying session. Great images coming from the live stream team. Big thanks to those guys for putting on a great live stream once again. So we'll bring some results to you as they come to hand. So Cadet Rock, between 6 and 10 years of age. Just let that sink in for a moment. None of these drivers are over 10 years of age. It's incredible the skill level these young drivers have got. The first of our qualifying sessions here, now out on track. We'll bring the times to you as they get the tyres warmed up and the red mist starts to clear from under the visor. These youngsters don't play to come second. They're out there to win. Leading us at the moment, the current national champion, Ivor Spence from Christchurch. Just easing into his work out in front on the track and on the timesheets. Nico Thomason sitting in second place, the number 97. Then it's the 74 from Taranaki, Sam Amon, and the little green Tony Kart. Back there in third place, 0.3 of a second from first to third. Currently, let's see how the qualifying unfolds for these youngsters. Beautiful track here, situated just southwest of the main town of Blenheim. Picturesque. I was here 10 years ago for the National Championship, and I'm telling you, it wasn't like that weekend. I lost my easy up down in the river just over the back of us. It got picked up like Mary Poppins and thrown into the creek. But it's not like that this weekend. It's absolutely beautiful. Hardly a cloud in the sky. Ivor Spence just starting to improve his times now. The track record around here for a cadet kart is 45.196 seconds. They're about a second off that at the moment. The tyres are just starting to get up to temperature. They've only completed 3 laps. So we see young Ivor Spence in the Aluminos kart just heading through the infield. Up to turn 4 now, the number 1 of Spence. So your qualifying order at the moment, Nico Thomason, Ryan Healy, Nico Hewson, Ivor Spence, Joey Joe, the birthday boy, in 5th place, and Toby Thompson 6th. Nico Thomason now jumps to the top of the timesheet with a 46.013. Looking forward to seeing how things will change in the Cadet Rocks for the weekend. Qualifying today, heat racing tomorrow, and the main game on Sunday with pre-finals and finals. Big shout out to our official photographer, DJ Mills, out on the infield with his massive big camera, capturing some amazing images. If you want to secure yourself some images, go and catch up with DJ and secure yourself a package of photographs from the youngster. He does a great job, follows the kart series around. So just looking back at the sheets, Ivor Spence now back in front, the 1NZ, with a 45.7, 0.6 off the lap record pace, early in qualifying for the 1NZ of Spence. Of course, this is the National Championship, the premier event for KartSport New Zealand. And also this event doubles as a round of the New Zealand Rock Cup, as well as the Kart Stars series, both 5-round series, the Rock Cup and the KartSport Kart Stars series. Some amazing prizes to be given away at the end of both those series. Trips to the World Finals in Italy for the Rock Cup. Big thanks to Morris Frost and the team at Supreme Kart Supplies for putting the New Zealand Rock Cup on again, enabling these youngsters to get over to the world stage and have a crack. Thomason now back to the front of the timesheets. with a 45.5. Spence in second, then it's Ryan Healy, Reed Phillips in fourth, Houston is fifth, the man from Rotorua, then it's Taranaki Sam Amon in sixth place. Taylor Costello 7, Alex Craig is 8th, Zan Twilly is 9, and Bray Milnes the top 10. Kaiser Rankin from Taranaki just outside the top 10 in 11th place. Joey Joe, the birthday boy, in 12. Watch that young man go, he's got some pace in that little 66 kart. Still Thomason battling Spence for line honours in qualifying for Cadet Rock. Proudly supported by Tasman Karts. They've helped drivers like Ryan Wood, current champions William Exton and Kian Burt over the years. They supply the range of Arrow Karts through DPE Australia. So if you're looking to get into karting, they've got everything you need and some helpful advice. Check out the team at Tasman Karts in the big marquee just behind the club rooms. Ask for Brendan. So Thomason still leads with a 45.5. The 69 kart of Van Walker just shadowing the current 1NZ of Spence down through the infield. Down through liquid action comes the number 6 of Reed Phillips from the Hawke's Bay. There's the birthday boy Joey Joe, the number 66, the little pink cosmic kart. Heading down past the pit chute now. Can't be too long, much more long to go. Much more long, that's not very good England, is it? Can't be too much further for these cadets to go in qualifying. Still Nico Thomason, the 97 from the Bay of Plenty, leads us in qualifying, fastest on the circuit. Less than a tenth, Ivor Spence, the national champion, sitting in P2. Then it's Ryan Healy in P3. Zan Twilly in 4. Alex Craig now in 5th place. Houston in 6th. Kaiser Rankin jumped up to 7. Was outside the top 10. Now in 7th place, the man from Taranaki. Oh, the number 32 just a bit wide there out of liquid action corner. See Houston just around through turn 7 as well, and down the hill he goes. Some anxious looking parents and mums and dads and mechanics walking around in the pits, trying not to make eye contact with their driver. Still Thomason leads from Spence and Healy. No change in the fastest time. Hope you're enjoying these images at home on the live stream, folks. Great to have you on board. It's a pleasure to bring the commentary and the live stream to you from the beautiful Marlborough region this weekend. If you're looking for somewhere to go for dinner tonight, I can recommend Cancun Eats, a Mexican restaurant in town. Fantastic food, only just opened. Went there last night on a recommendation, would highly recommend it. Still Thomason from Spence. Looks like we've got a checkered flag for qualifying. Nico Thomason is going to take out qualifying provisionally in the Cadet Rocks. Second place is going to go to the 1NZ of Ivor Spence. Then it's Ryan Healy in P3. Zan Twilly will start from position 4. From 5th is the 12 of Alex Craig. Nico Houston in 6th place, the 35 from Rotorua. Then it's the 45 of Taylor Costello from Blenheim, the local man, in 7th. Kaiser Rankin made it to 8th, the man from Taranaki. Reed Phillips in the number 6 from Hawke's Bay was 9th. 10th is Sam Amon from Taranaki. He won't be happy with that. He's got more pace than that, but there's still racing to come. Then in 11 we had Joey Joe, the birthday boy. Van Walker, the 69 kart, home in 12. Bray Milne was 13th in number 7. Max Turner was 14th. Reese Gaskin from Wellington, the number 18 kart, come home in 15th. Toby Thompson 16. Hamish McGrath position 17. And Alexander Cunningham, the number 32 from Auckland, home in 18th place. So that's your qualifying result. Done and dusted for Cadet Rock, proudly supported by Tasman Karts. Nico Thomason with bragging rights. We'll start the heats tomorrow in pole position. alongside the current national champ, Ivor Spence. So that's a great result. We'll see if we can get a word with young Nico Thomason, if I can see him in the chute somewhere. So that's our first qualifying over. Great shot down the chute there, looking at all the karts waiting to come through tech. Check the weights and everything is hunky-dory. So with me now, young Nico Thomason. Nico, that was a good effort. You managed to edge out Ivor Spence in qualifying, but only just a little bit, by less than a tenth of a second. How did that feel for you?
Yeah, good. At the start it was a bit slippy. It took the tyres really long to get warm and started going fast, but at the end we were pushing.
Well, that's good, and the kart's obviously all set up nicely. So you think you're ready to go for tomorrow now? Or you go and have a rest and then get ready for tomorrow?
Yep.
What's the plan tomorrow? Just go as fast as you can?
To win.
The plan's to win. There you go. You heard it here, folks. Thanks, Nico. So that's Nico Thomason, top qualifier in Cadet Rock. Tomorrow he's just going to go hard and try and win. I guess that's, if I asked the same question to every one of these young drivers, I'd say the same thing. So out the gate we have our second qualifying group now. Vortex DVS Junior, proudly supported by Liquid Action. That's Lynn and Matt Braun from Blenheim. They offer a full maintenance service of irrigation equipment, domestic and commercial. Liquid Action's a one-stop shop from consenting right through to the full operation and everything in between. With its irrigation, pumps and filtration, general machinery, and light engineering or compliance. Go and catch up with the team at Liquid Action, based in Renwick here in Blenheim. And they'll give you a hand with everything you've got that needs doing at your place. So here we go, DVS Junior out on track at the moment. Just watching the practice sessions this morning. Braun and Daly were quick, as well as Tucker and Baker, the man from Hamilton, Miles Baker, the number 88 kart. But Manson was impressive, the number 69 of Marco Manson. Any one of these drivers could take this title away this weekend. So young Zach Tucker from Christchurch leading the timesheets at the moment, the number 33 kart. Second is the Dylan Brangwyn machine. The number 87 just jumps to the front now. So Brangwyn leads us in qualifying. Tuck's now just re-eclipsed him in the number 33. So Tucker stays in front. Then it's the 17 of Jack Phillips from the Manawatu. Manson up to the top in the number 69. Marco Manson was quick in practice. Now leads the timesheets in qualifying here for Vortex DVS Junior. Brought to you by Liquid Action. 8-minute qualifying session. Manson, Tucker, Baker, Phillips, Harrison, Zhao, Levi McMillan. Now it's all just changed around after I've read that out. Lachlan Thomason to the top, followed by Carson Daly. Harrison, Zhao into P2. Tombleson, Zhao, Daly, Phillips, Braun, Miles Baker sets a new time with 39.883. That's only a tenth off the lap record held by Beau Hill. So Miles Baker, the number 88 from Hamilton, asserting himself early as he chases Marco Manson down through turns 7 and 8, around past the pit chute. Arthur Braun now to the top. Unofficially, I've got that as a new lap record in the number 3 NZ of Arthur Braun of 39.588. That's fast time. 39.7 was the old lap record, if that's correct. Baker goes quicker again. 39.398. Blistering time from the man from Hamilton, Miles Baker. Second, Marco Manson by a tenth and a half. Third is Arthur Braun now. Then it's Carson Daly, Zach Tucker, Isaac Fletcher. Braun again to the top. Exactly the same time as Miles Baker. 39.398. Sharing that time. Zach Tucker quicker again. 39.268 for Zach Tucker. Up to P1 goes to 33 from Christchurch. We'll just watch the two NZ of Isaac Fletcher from Blenheim, the local man, sitting down in 4th place. I think it's Fletcher's birthday on Sunday. He'll be 15 this Sunday. So Zach Tucker still leads. Less than a tenth of a second over Miles Baker, the number 88. Then it's the 97 of Carson Daly. The 2 of Isaac Fletcher up to 4 now. Arthur Braun back to 5. Manson slipped down to 6. 2 tenths of a second from 1st to 6th place in this qualifying for Vortex DVS Junior. We've had 6 laps of qualifying so far. Hope you're enjoying the images at home on the live stream, folks. Thanks for joining us. Great to have you on board this weekend here at KartSport Marlborough. Tucker still the quickest in the 33 kart. Down through the turn 7 comes the 20 of Lachlan Roberts from the Hawke's Bay. Followed by the 22 of Levi McMillan from Christchurch. Then it's the 12 of Sam Wang from Hamilton, the part of the Veloce karting team. The 97 of Daly around 7 with Braun in hot pursuit. So your top 6 is still Tucker, then Baker. Cole Turney now up to P3. Carson Daly 4. Levi McMillan 5. Isaac Fletcher is 6. Braun in 7th now. Manson down in 8th. Then it's Lachlan Tomlinson, Harrison Zhao. That's the top 10 for Vortex DVS Junior. Wind just blowing from the north straight down the circuit into the face of the karters heading up the long front straight here at KartSport Marlborough. Cresswell Electrical Raceway. Can't be too long to go now in qualifying. Still Tucker from Baker, and then Carson Daly, Levi McMillan, Cole Turney, Arthur Braun's the top 6. 7/100ths of a second from 1st to 2nd place. That's how tight this category is. Then it's 2 tenths back to Carson Daly in P3. Another couple of tenths back to Isaac Fletcher. Baker now eclipses Zach Tucker, so Baker goes to the front with a 39.249, unofficially a new lap record for Miles Baker. Then it's the 33 of Zach Tucker in P2 by 1 or 2 tenths of a second, 2/100ths of a second I should say. Qualifying nearly done and dusted here for Vortex DVS Junior. No change in that order. Tucker back to the front now. They're going to go punch for punch. Tucker by 8/1000ths of a second in P1 over Miles Baker in P2. Then it's Carson Daly from Hamilton in P3. P4 is Isaac Fletcher. Then Levi McMillan in 5. Cole Turney 6. 39.241. My records are correct. That's nearly half a second under the lap record. That's amazing time. Tucker hangs on from Baker still. $11 laps done in qualifying. We can't be far to go now. Liquid Action, Vortex DVS Junior. We will crown a New Zealand champion in Vortex DVS Junior this weekend here at the Meridian General. KartSport New Zealand 2024 Nationals. Still Tucker leads from Baker. Then it's Daly, Fletcher, McMillan jumped into the top 5. Cole Turney 6, Arthur Braun 7. Manson 8, Max Amon 9. Lachlan Tomlinson 10. It looks like the end of qualifying. Checkered flags out, so Tucker's going to take qualifying here with a 39.241. Then it's the 88 of Miles Baker. The 97 of Carson Daly home in 3rd. Isaac Fletcher 4. Levi McMillan, the 22 card, in 5th place. Then it's Cole Turney in 6th. Arthur Braun will be 7. Marco Manson 8. Max Amon 9. Lachlan Tomlinson made the top 10. Harrison Zhao 11. Sam Wang, the 12 card, in 12th. Then Dylan Brangwin in 13. Jack Phillips 14. And Lachlan Roberts rounds out the field in 15th place. Only 6/10 of a second separate 15 go-karts. It's pretty impressive qualifying. Tucker and Baker slugged it out the whole way, but Tucker came out on top with Baker in 2nd place and then Daly 3rd. We'll see if we can get away with Zach Tucker before he gets down the chute too far. It's 8/1000ths of a second from 1st to 2nd. It's ridiculous. Congratulations, that's good.
Thanks.
So with me, I got young Zach Tucker, mate. That was a pretty intense qualifying session. You and Miles Baker were trading times the whole way through there. You ended up coming out on pole position by 8/1000ths of a second. Really, really tight, nothing in it. There's only 6/10 across the whole field. How did that feel for you?
Oh yeah, it's so cool. I really like driving a DVS. I haven't driven it before at a big meeting. It's really cool. Everyone's really close, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, look, you're quite right about being everyone very close. The other thing that I noted was that you guys went under the official lap record by nearly half a second. So if that's correct, that's a new lap record for you in qualifying. So that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. The tyres and kart just felt awesome. Thanks to Matt Hamilton and Tiffany Chitterton and Supreme Kart Supplies for the engine.
Well, there you go. So congratulations, young man. We'll see you later for the heats tomorrow. So very tight qualifying there. Only 8/1000ths of a second between 1st and 2nd place. Expect this to be a tough battle tomorrow. Vortex DVS Junior, proudly brought to you by Liquid Action. Well, there you have it, folks. The words from Zach Tucker about a very, very tight qualifying. We're going to move along shortly to Rotax Max Light. Fantastic category. There's a bunch of stars in this field. The likes of William Exton, Jackson Rooney, Caleb Cross, current national champion, Kian Burt, Matt Hamilton, running a master plate this weekend. Great to see Matt Hamilton racing again from the WKS Kart store in Christchurch. Jacob Douglas, back in New Zealand after overseas racing in open wheelers, racing the number 10 kart from Christchurch as well. Ollie Workman from Nelson. Chris Cox, multiple national champion himself in the number 12. Just looking down the list, Bradley Hewson's in there as well. Ashton Phipps. Chock full of stars, Ryan Bell. All of these people, Matthew Johnson, the list goes on and on and on. Lap record held by Matt Hamilton here in Rotax Max Light, proudly supported by Red Stag Commercial, your car importers, whether it's a car, a caravan, electric vehicle, truck, machinery. They sell the in-suspension trailers as well. So Mick and Rachel Doherty, just here in Blenheim. If you're looking to import a vehicle, you need something for your work or private, go and catch up with the team at Red Stag Commercial. They're on the internet. Look them up and tell them what you need and see if they can help you get the vehicle of your dreams from all around the world. One Australian visitor, or two Australian visitors in Rotax Max Light this weekend. The number 4 of Keegan Fraser from Queensland, and the number 49 of James Cotterlin from New South Wales. I hope I've pronounced that name correctly. No doubt someone will tell me if I haven't. So Rotax Max Light, great category to watch, full of action, lots of testosterone. About to take off shortly. Just waiting for all these drivers to get through the teching and the tyre marking. Just while we're waiting, if you're hungry, the club rooms, there's plenty of food and drink up in the club rooms. They do an amazing job up in there. I had some lunch there before, brilliant. So pop up the club rooms. Big thanks to the people up there running the kitchen, keeping us fed and watered here this weekend in KartSport Marlborough for the Meridian General 2024 New Zealand National Championships. Our premier karting event this weekend. Bunch of defending champions looking to go back to back. Rotax Max Light, of course, Caleb Cross, current national champion, won it at Palmerston North last year. Looking to go back to back, of course. That's the dream. Never count out someone like Matthew Hamilton. Holds the record for the most national sprint titles in this country. Has raced everything that you can race. Huge experience, actually running the green plate now. He's made 40 so he can run a green plate. Runs the WKS Kart store out of Christchurch with Tiffany Chittenden. Produced a bunch of current national, international drivers, the likes of Marcus Armstrong, Jacob Douglas, of course, racing here, and others. Keep an eye on Matt Hamilton, see how he gets on this weekend. Great to see him with a race suit on instead of directing traffic within the team. Sounds like we've got them all fired up. Rotax Max Light out the gate. Keep an eye on this qualifying. It's going to be frenetic. These guys don't play to come second. If you've just tuned in at home, get yourself a cup of tea, bit of toast, make yourself comfortable. Keep an eye on this. Around about 30 horsepower in these go-karts. Weigh about 165 kilos minimum with the driver. There'll be a bunch of gamesmanship going on. Out on the circuit now, Rotax Max Light, proudly supported by Red Stag Commercial. Watch the times as they wind them up. Let's get some temperature into the tyres. Matt Hamilton, the number 9 with the green plate, just coming around turn 7, the liquid action corner up the top of the hill. Exton, the number 44 kart, fastest out lap, 42.7. The times will get quicker than that. Got a kart stopped over the back straight there. Not sure who that is. Oh, I've got a yellow flag. Someone hasn't made it over the back of the circuit. Can't see which go-kart that is. Driver's still in the kart. See if I can get a camera on that. Oh, they're going again now, so whatever the issue was is solved, I think. Kian Burt now from the Palmerston North Club, sitting in P1. The 44 of Exton in P2. Then it's Ashton Phipps. James Kittle in P4, our Australian visitor. Just trying to get a read on who that is that hasn't made the line. I think it's Cameron Hill, the number 43. That's disappointment for Cam Hill. So Kian Burt, the fastest on the track at the moment. Then it's William Exton, the number 44 from Blenheim, multiple national champion himself. Burt just sets the fastest lap of the session with a 39.691. That's very close to the lap record time held by Matt Hamilton. So Burt stamping his mark on this qualifying session, 2 tenths quicker than William Exton in P2. Then it's Ashton Phipps, Jackson Rooney from Manawatu in P4. Keegan Fraser in 5, Matthew Johnston 6. Current national champion Caleb Cross in P7. Cross now up to 5 as he starts to find some pace in the number 1 kart. Burt still leads from Exton, Rooney. These guys have slugged that out over the years, through all the categories as juniors right through to now. Of course, Exton and Rooney racing in the Toyota 86 series as well. So Kian Burt still leads the way, 39.572. That's a great time by Kian Burt. Rooney in second, Exton third. Then it's Ashton Phipps, Cross, Matthew Johnson, Ryan Bell, Keegan Fraser, the number 50 kart in P8. Ollie Workman in P9. Now just dropped down to 10. Matt Hamilton drops into 9th place. The first of our masters, Matthew Hamilton, the number 9 kart, sitting in P9. What's the man from Christchurch got? We've lost another kart on the infield. Driver just walking back to the liquid action pit shelter or flag point. Still Burt, Rooney up to second. Then it's William Exton, the 44 kart. The 42 of Phipps is fourth. Then it's the 12 of Chris Cox in 5. Jacob Douglas, the number 10, up to 7. Matt Hamilton goes to 6. Caleb Cross is 8. Matthew Johnson 9. Then Ryan Bell rounds out the top 10. No one able to get close to Kian Burt's time of 39.572. I have that as a new lap record around this circuit. So Burt leads Rooney, Exton, Phipps, Cox, Hamilton, Douglas, Workman, Caleb Cross, Matthew Johnston. 7 laps completed. Qualifying here for the National Championship. KartSport Marlborough. Meridian General 2024 New Zealand National Championship. Some of the best drivers in the country on track at the moment. That's a blistering time by Kian Burt. So it looks like it's Cameron Hill and Daniel Coleman are the two that haven't made. It might be Mac Templeton actually just come off the track. I think it is Mac Templeman. He posted a qualifying time in 22nd place, but the kart's given up. So not long to go in qualifying now for Kian Burt. Can he hang on to P1? Down through turn 7. Come a bunch of karts. The 97 Orion Bell's in there. Burt still leading the way. You see Matt Hamilton down through turn 7. The number 9M, the green plate. Denotes a master, someone over 40 years of age. Trust you're enjoying this qualifying at home on the live stream. Red Stag Commercial, Rotax Max Light. Qualifying today, heat racing tomorrow. Burt still leads from Rooney, then Exton. Less than a tenth separates 2 and 3. Then it's Ashton Phipps, the number 42 in 4th place. Chris Cox is 5th. Matt Hamilton is 6th. Defending champion Cross in 7th place. Jacob Douglas 8. Ollie Workman 9. Matthew Johnston 10. Bell just outside the top 10 in 11. Then it's Keegan Fraser. The first of our visitors from Australia sitting down there in 12th place. There's 10 laps completed. Burt still hanging on. No change in the order. Time just starting to drop off a little bit now. Tyres starting to scream they've had enough for this qualifying session. Just waiting for the checkered flag to come out. Burt's going to hang on by the skin of his teeth here. You can see Rooney, the number 30 kart, down through turn 7. Just looking for the 44 of Exton on the track. We've lost one on the chute. That's the number 5 of Jake Millen. Millen down in 13th place. Off the track now. Early shower for Jake Millen. Then it's Chris Cox, the number 12, coming off the field as well. There's the checkered flag, folks. Qualifying pole position belongs to the number 7 of Kian Burt. The 30 of Jackson Rooney comes home in 2nd place. P3 is the 44 of William Exton. P4 the 42 of Ashton Phipps. The 12 of Chris Cox makes it home in 5th place. Matt Hamilton, the number 9, come home in 6th. Then the defending champ, Caleb Cross in 7. Jacob Douglas, the number 10, in 8th place. 11 of Ollie Workman in 9th. Matthew Johnston, 10. Then we go Ryan Bell, Keegan Fraser, Jake Millen, Tyler Edney, Brad Houston, the number 3 kart. James Kitterlin in 16th. Dylan Jessup Collins, then Josh Richmond, Chris Benton, Miles Finley, that's 20. Position 20. Then Vin Shelp, Mac Templeton, Riley Price, Patrick Holmes, Casey McConnon, Archie Botham, Mandela Pluck, Lachlan Stambra in 28th. And we didn't see Cameron Hill or Daniel Coleman. So there you go, Kian Burt's going to take qualifying here for Rotax Max Light by 7/100ths of a second over Jackson Rooney. And less than a tenth of a second back to William Exton. We'll see if we can catch up with Kian Burt in a second. So with me, Kian Burt. Kian, that was a pretty tight qualifying session. That's another real tight qualifying session. So you ended up with P1, but 7/100ths of a second ahead of Jackson, and then right behind was Willie as well. So nothing in it. How did it feel?
No, it was good. Kelly kept giving me the P2 over the fence, so I thought I was P2 the whole session, and then he gave me the P1 afterwards, and I actually figured out I was P1. I mean, there's a lot of good competition out here. I mean, people have been saying that for weeks, like as soon as the entry list came out. I mean, just the amount of people that I'm actually racing, I've achieved so much, so it's a great honour to put it on P1.
Well, that's great. Congratulations. So I'll let you go and get your karts and get organised. The others are out on the track now, so all the best for tomorrow.
Cool, thanks, mate.
So there we have Kian Burt, top qualifier, Rotax Max Lights. Back on track now with the Rotax Max Heavies. So out on track now, the High Rev Motorsport Rotax Max Heavies for their 8-minute qualifying session. Just get a read on the times. Hero Sheridan had the quickest outlap in the number 40. Got one parked up there between turn 6 and 7. Not sure if that's able to get moving or not. South Island champ Jackson Harvey now jumps to the top of the timesheets with a 41.097. Big thanks to the McLaren family as well, putting up the lights and everything here this weekend for us and getting everything working with our new virtual safety kart system. So big thanks to the McLaren family for getting the lights in working order here at KartSport Marlborough. Do appreciate it. So Jackson Harvey now been eclipsed by the 27 of Trent Ingham. So Ingham goes to the top of the sheets with a 40.600. As the sun beats down here at KartSport Marlborough, things are hotting up on the track with the Rotax Max Heavies. Harvey leads Trent Ingham, making a return to kart racing. Then it's the 40 of Hero Sheridan, Adam Bell, Simon Hunter, Luke Cross in 6th place. Jackson Harvey, good time, 40.600. So High Rev Motorsport, they offer MTF finance. They're supporting Willie Exton and midgets and karts and circuit cars and everything you can think of. Darren French and Kevin Barker running High Rev Motorsport just out in Nelson there at Stoke. You can get them on the internet. They sell the Arrow chassis as well as all the consumables and things you might need. Wheels and tyres and bodywork for go-karts, Briggs engines and parts. They even have MTF finance on board, so you can finance it all if you wish. So go and catch up with the team High Rev Motorsport. They're just over behind me by the pit chute. Back on field though, Jackson Harvey getting quicker, 40.589. Second place now, Hero Sheridan, 40.594, 5/1000ths of a second between first and second place. Then it's Adam Bell in 3rd place, the number 5. The 42 of Simon Hunter in 4th. Ingham now slipped down to 5th place. The 1NZ, the defending champ Josh Bethune, jumps to the top of the timesheet just as I look down at the sheet. So Bethune goes to the top of the list. A 10th quicker than Jackson Harvey in 2nd place. Then it's Sheridan 3rd. Bell 4th. Simon Hunter 5th. Trent Ingham is 6th. Then it's Thomas Emerson, the number 90, in 7th place. Daniel Bell is in 8th. Luke Cross in 9. And the first of our masters, Shane Madsen, sitting in 10th place, the number 64 with the green number plate. Josh Bethune, great time, 40.4. I have that as under the current lap record as well. And if that's the case, we're seeing some great times being put down here at KartSport Marlborough this weekend. We see one peel off into the pits. That's the number 4 of Daniel Bell from Christchurch in the Praga kart. Not sure if he's got an issue, he's just parked it up. Bell sitting down in 9th place. Half a second off Josh Bethune, our current pole sitter. So not sure if he's got an issue with the number 4 or whether he's just decided he'd had enough. Rotax Max Heavy, qualifying not long to go now. The dust being flicked up over the back of the circuit. Turns 4 and 5. The hairpin down the bottom of the corner. Rabbit hole corner, I've heard it called. I'm not sure if there's rabbit holes at the end of that straight or whether you go in there never to be seen again sometimes. Rabbit hole corner, it's affectionately known over the back of the track. The hairpin. Bethune still leads. 40.431 over Jackson Harvey. Trust you're enjoying this at home, folks. Rotax Max Heavy, brought to you by High Rev Motorsport. Up next we'll have Vortex Mini Rock, can't wait for that one. Exciting class of youngsters. So Bethune still leads. From Jackson Harvey, the current South Island champion. Got a couple in the pits now, the 28 of Darren French from High Rev Motorsport in the pits. Then we've got the 42 card in the pits as well. That's Simon Hunter from Christchurch. No change in the qualifying order. Bethune, Harvey, Sheridan, Hunter, Emerson, Adam Bell, Trent Ingham, Luke Cross, Aaron Tahu in the top 10. Then it's Daniel Bell. In 10th place, we see the 69 of Brendan Hart in the pits as well, the number 69 in 13th place. Must only be a lap or two to go in qualifying. Vortex Mini Rock coming up next. Round through the turn 7 goes Josh Bethune. 40.431, the best time we've seen so far in qualifying from Bethune. So that's the end of the session. Josh Bethune's going to put it on P1, the defending champion. Jackson Harvey's going to go P2, the South Island champion. Then the 40 of Hero Sheridan on P3. Simon Hunter, the 42 on P4. Thomas Emerson, the 90 kart, will start from 5th, alongside with the 5 of Adam Bell. 27 of Trent Ingham in 7th place. Luke Cross in 8th, the number 66. Aaron Tahu is 9th. Then it's Daniel Bell in 10th place. Darren French 11th. Shane Madsen 12th. The 69 of Hart in 13th. Then it's the 83 of Paul Hughes. Noel Smith, the 37 kart, in 15th. Lachlan Miller, 16. The legend, Ian Carter, in 18th. Another legend, Graham Sims, in 18th. And Kevin Barker, home in 19th place, the number 15 kart. So that's your qualifying order for the heat racing tomorrow. Some good qualifying there. Some hard work done by Josh Bethune to take out pole position for the heat racing tomorrow. So with me got Josh Bethune. Josh, P1 again, defending champ. Good start for the weekend.
Yeah, that was kind of the main goal, is get off out to the front and control the weekend from here. But yeah, it'll be a hard weekend and see what we can do come finals day on Sunday.
Yeah, well, it was pretty close up the front there. Trent Ingham only a tenth and a half off you, so but you definitely had it all your own way that time. So heat racing tomorrow, what's the plan?
Get to the finish and be in first.
That's a pretty simple plan. I like that plan. So yeah, look, congratulations, Josh, and we'll see you in the heat racing tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
There you go. That's top qualifier Josh Bethune in the current 1NZ kart. We'll start the heat racing from pole position tomorrow. So as we get ready to head out the gate with Vortex Mini Rock, brought to you by Access Man of Blenheim, your Access industry leaders. We've got over 1,200 machines Access Man now, making it the elevated work platform industry leaders, with Ross Pickersgill running the show from 1994. Access Man Blenheim, based in Sutherland Terrace here in sunny Blenheim. Check him out on the internet if you're looking for access equipment. He's the man to go and see. Ross Pickersgill is the man when it comes to access equipment. Provided this scissor lift I'm standing on here at the moment, so big thanks to them. So Vortex Mini Rock out in qualifying, defending champion Zach Tucker moved up to Rotax Max Light last season. So the South Island champ, North Island champ, battle's going to commence in here shortly. So Zach Tucker, 3 years in a row, won the national championship in this category. Now moved up to Rotax Max Light. So we've got North Island champ Braxton Cravanger and South Island champ Nixon Cripps. Cripps was quickest this morning in the 2 practice sessions. Let's see what he's got in qualifying. Proudly brought to you by Access Man Blenheim. Wind just starting to pick up now around the track. Club rooms will be open for a beer later on if you feel like a little beersy. Hop in there and have a beer. Share your stories. Of course, formal prize giving on Sunday night at the Ringatane Cultural Centre in Fell Street between 6 and 10 o'clock on Sunday night. That'll be a big event to crown some national champions. Back to Vortex Mini Rock. Jack Hall, the 27 kart from the Manawatu, leads us around at the moment over Elliot Armstrong and Owen Armstrong. Here comes Henry Fisher, the number 9 from Christchurch, jumps to the top of the list. Then it's Luke McMillan, the number 76 from the Hawke's Bay in P2. Jack Hoare is third, the 27 now. Then it's Comer, Seth Comer, the 78 in 4th place. Time starting to come down. Little 60cc Vortex Rock engines. Only produce something like 10 horsepower. And these drivers are between 9 and 13 years of age. Putting on a great show, as always. Vortex Mini Rock. Perfect place for youngsters to learn their craft. You look at the New Zealand greats of New Zealand motorsport, they've all come through this category in some form or another. Liam Lawson's, the Caleb Nato's, Marcus Armstrong's. Fantastic to have a category like this at KartSport New Zealand. Louis Sharp, of course, another successful South Island driver come through this category. Jacob Douglas, Zach Tucker. So Cripps now the South Island champion jumps to the top of the list with a 44.026. Then it's Tommy Hart from the Manawatu out of the Josh Hart Racing setup. Henry Fisher now eclipses Nixon Cripps and goes to the top. Henry Fisher, former national champion in cadet karts, now P1 in Vortex Mini Rock. Nixon Cripps, the South Island champ, jumps down to P2. Then it's Jack McGrath to the top of the sheet now. So McGrath from Dunedin, the number 11, the fastest on the circuit, with a 43.781. The 96 of Riley Tomlinson just cruising around through turn 7. McGrath still leads. 4/100ths of a second over Nixon Cripps, the South Island champ. Then it's Fisher third, Tucker fourth, Braxton Cravanger in fifth place. Magni Whittle in the 38 kart in P6. All the way from Christchurch. Josh McConway just jumped up in the 93 kart, the local man, to sixth place. Cripps now retakes that lead from McGrath, so Cripps to the top of the sheets. Then it's George Tucker in second place, the number 4 from Dunedin. Jack McGrath is third. Then it's Henry Fisher, Braxton Cravanger making his way to the front. The North Island champion from Hamilton. Just watching on, can see Chris Vanderdrift watching his protege out there in fifth place, the North Island champ, being run by Mitchell Sparrow this weekend as well. Tommy Hart now jumps up to the top. Cripps second, then Tucker, McGrath, Fisher, Craig, Cravanger down to 7. How quickly it can change. 43.5. I have that quicker than the lap record. So Tommy Hart from the Manawatu, now at the top of the timetable. Just trying to lock eyes on the number 69 of Hart on the circuit. Oh, Cripps just cruising around slowly, not sure if he's strategically slowed down to try and chase someone down. But Hart leads, the number 69. Jaden Buttermore, the 43 from Taranaki, not featuring very well in this qualifying, down in 14th place. Braden Watson also very fast, bit of a surprise to see him down in 17th. Mason Bellamy in 27th place. Indy Ewan in 18th, doing a good job, the number 20. Kahu Twilly in 9th. Still Tommy Hart leads from Cripps. Then Tucker, McGrath, Henry Fisher, Riley Craig, Braxton Cravanger is 7th. McConway 8. Kahu Twilly 9. Seth Comer 10. Seth Comer now just been eclipsed by Will Finch, gone to 10. Comer to 11. Some surprises in there for me. Owen Armstrong down to 14. Buttermore 15. Luke McMillan 16. Watson 18. You don't normally see those guys down that end of the field. Must be just struggling to get on top of things with their setup. Still Tommy Hart, the 69 kart, leading from the South Island champion Nixon Cripps. Eight laps done in this qualifying. Access Man Blenheim, Vortex Mini Rock. Are we going to have a tight battle tomorrow? You betcha. No change in the order. Hart, Cripps, Tucker, Fisher, McGrath, Armstrong, McConway, Craig, Cravanger, Twilly. That's your top 10. Magni Whittle just outside that in P11. 38 card of Magni Whittle just chucked in sideways through turn 7. Not the quickest line, but looked pretty cool. Braden Watson just not able to improve from 17th position. Less than a second separates the top 23 go-karts. That's impressive. These drivers are between 9 and 13. Watson down the inside across the curb at turn 7. Not the fastest line, but looked pretty impressive. You see Cravanger just heading around. Cravanger sitting down in 9th place. Braxton Cravanger struggling. Checkered flags out on qualifying. So it's going to be a pole position for Tommy Hart, the number 69. Then the South Island champion Nixon Cripps in 2nd place. George Tucker is 3rd, the number 4. Then it's Henry Fisher in 4th place. The number 11 of McGrath home in 5. Then it's Armstrong, the 45 card, in 6th place. 7th is the 93 of Josh McConway. Riley Craig home in 8th. Braxton Cravang in 9th, the North Island champ. And Kahu Twilly in 10th place, the number 16. Magni Whittle 11. Will Finch is 12. Seth Comer 13. Sean Holland 14. Jaden Buttermore 15. Luke McMillan 16. Braden Watson 17. Jack Hoare 18. India 19. Jet O'Malley is 20. The 22 of Elliot Armstrong in 21. Then it's Harrison Cunningham, Riley Tombleson, Sebastian Power, the 13 cart, home in 24th. Maximus Rennie 25th. Noah Leslie 26th. And Mason Bellamy 27th place. So once again, only a 100th of a second between Tommy Hart and Nixon Cripps. See if we can get a word with Tommy Hart in a second. I'll just look for the young man, the number 69. Oh, there he is down there. I'll see if I can get a word with him as he gets out of his cart. So with me now, the number 69, Tommy Hart, top qualifier in that session, mate. That was pretty tight. Nixon Cripps pushed you all the way, but you managed to come out on top by, I think, about a 100th of a second. How did that feel for you?
Yeah, it felt good. The kart was really good. Track's really grippy. Everything felt good, and I'd like to thank Josh for the help, Dad for bringing the kart to the grid.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations, mate. That's a really good qualifying effort. Tomorrow's going to be some wicked racing between all these. There was only less than a second between the top 15 or 16 go-karts, so it's going to be really tight tomorrow. You're confident you can do it?
Yeah, I reckon I can win a couple heats, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well, best of luck for tomorrow, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow after the racing. So there you go, Tommy Hart, top qualifier, Vortex Mini Rock, brought to you by Access Man. Some great qualifying times put down there. There can only be one, unfortunately. It was Tommy Hart today. He'll start P1 for the heats tomorrow. the line, Moa Brewing Company, as well as a bunch of other very, very capable and dedicated businesses putting their time and effort and money forward. Also the Marlborough Lines, Flourish Trust, and of course our naming rights sponsor, Meridian General Business Insurance Advisors. Great to catch up with Kieran a little bit earlier on, have a chat about the range of services that Meridian General offer, in particular the kart cover insurance policy for all karting people. If you lose your gear or upgrade your gear, the old gear is still covered until your new gear turns up, as well as general commercial and personal insurance for your business or your home. Go and catch up with the team at Meridian General. They're on the interweb, look them up. I'd love to help you out. See our fence crew down there doing a few technical repairs to the fence where Jamie Vandenberg and co went in there in the opening lap of DVS Senior qualifying. The wind's getting quite strong out there now. Hope you haven't got a toupee on. Those on the live stream, hope you're enjoying it. Send us a thumbs up if you think we're doing okay, or any feedback's always good. So let us know what you think of the live stream. Andre and the team putting on a great job of that live stream, using their own cameras, the club's cameras and the judicial cameras. Some great images being beamed out across the world via the KartSport New Zealand Facebook page. KZ2's not next. Rotax Max Junior's up next according to my sheet in front of me. And then we'll have KZ2 after that. Rotax Max Junior, proudly supported by Veloce Karting and the PDB Racing team. Manson and Jamie Thompson, the two quickest in practice this morning. Cole Turney was in there, as well as Miles Baker and young Daly, Carson Daly. Just getting messages through about the live stream. Thanks very much. Hope you're enjoying it at home. Keep the comments coming. Good and bad, we can cope. I was hoping to get some message of support from some international drivers this weekend. We just ran out of time to get that sorted. We'll have something coming up later on at the start of the racing on the finals day. A little bit of a surprise via the live stream. Big thanks to our tech guys as well, just keeping everyone on the straight and narrow down there. Hopefully I haven't been too hard on some of you young fellas. Just waiting on that fence repair down the end, I think, to make sure that everything's safe and ready to go for Rotax Max Junior. Can't wait for the KZ2s. Love watching these 6-speed monsters go at it on the track. Just another big shout out to our official photographer, Shutter Media. DJ Mills is floating around. If you need some photos taken, DJ's the man to take your photos for you. Okay, just had a note from our tech officers. VMR cart number 24 and Mason Bellamy cart 77. Can you come and grab your SD cards from the clerk of the course, please? So if you can come and grab those, so it's VMR 24 and VMR 77. That's Mason Bellamy, I think. If you could come and get your SD cards, they're in a little plastic Ziploc bag here for you to collect from the clerk of the course, please. That's Jed O'Malley from Christchurch, cart 24. So Jed, if you can come and get your SD card as well, that'll be much appreciated. Thank you. So just a quick note about the prize giving on Sunday night at the Rangatane Cultural Centre in Grovetown. The tickets are actually sold out, but if you have a talk nicely to Lynn, she might be able to find one for you. I'm just not going to promise anything, but we'll see what happens. Approximately 6 o'clock, the doors will open at 6, dinner at 6:30, prize giving from 7, finish at 10. And yeah, the menu's roasted pork and lamb sounds fantastic. I'm sure Lynn's cooked that herself. And pasta and potato and green salad. So looking forward to prize giving on Sunday night to crown some New Zealand champions at the Rangatane Cultural Centre in Grovetown. Just a reminder, you can't take your trailers there as well. There's not enough parking for your go-kart trailers, so you need to find somewhere to park that before you come to prize giving. Look forward to seeing you all there. It'll be fantastic to celebrate the highs and lows of this weekend here in the sunny Marlborough region at KartSport Marlborough here in Blenheim. Might have got my sunburn on my head today. Certainly got plenty of head to burn. I think we're almost good to go for Rotax Max Junior. That sounds to me like the Rotax engine starting up on a Rotax Max Junior kart as they head out the gate for qualifying. Thompson and Manson were the quickest to practice this morning. Let's keep on the number 2 and Z of Jamie Thompson. The North Island champ, Jamie Thompson. Never discount Miles Baker, Carson Daly, Isaac Fletcher. There's a bunch of hot property in here. Too hard to call. Zach Tucker's in there as well. Arthur Braun from Blenheim. Harrison Zhao, Miles Baker, Tombleson. Keep an eye on the 4 of Amelia Phillips. She's always quick. The young lady from Palmerston North. Start to get some times in a minute. Mainland champion Levi McMillan just heading around through turn 7. Got the MN on the card if you're wondering what that means. It stands for the mainland champion. Starting to get some times now. Jacob Early's gone early. The South Island champ in behind Miles Baker on track, but quickest in the opening lap. Then it's Arian Lala, the number 46 from the Manawatu in 3rd place. Another Manawatu driver, Amelia Phillips, the number 4, sitting in 4th. Daly goes to 3, Phillips to 4. Then it's Arian Lala, Kobe Barnes, Layla Nicholson, Harrison Zhao jumps to the top of the timetable. The 82 kart of Zhao. 41.426. They'll get faster yet. So Zhao still leads early. Then it's Baker, Josh Hill, Ethan Sayer. Just got to get some temperature into those tyres. Isaac Fletcher now to the top. Then it's Jacob Early. The 88 of Baker in third. Give them another couple of laps to get these tyres up to temperature. Then we should see some fast times. Watch the karts round to the last final corner before they gas it up and head down the straight on the live stream. A tight little left-hander followed by a switchback right-hander. One of the fastest corners on the section, turn 1 and turn 2 on the live stream. They head uphill, about a metre height change going up that hill there. Then met with karts coming the opposite direction along the top of the hill. Through turn 7 comes Baker. And South Island champion. Harrison Zhao still the fastest on the racetrack. Isaac Fletcher in P2. Now Manson jumps to the top with a 39.8. Harrison Zhao in second, Carson Daly third. Isaac Fletcher 4. Cole Turney's jumped into P2, the number 38. Put in a blistering lap of 39.880. Jumps to P2. Tyre pressure starting to normalise now. Lap time starting to come up. Arthur Braun down in 26th place. Expect to see him jump up shortly, as well as Zach Tucker. Here comes Braun up to P4. So Braun goes to 4. Manson still leads. The 82 of Zhao in second place. Then the 2 of Jamie Thompson in third. Cole Turney 4. The 47 of Braun in 5. So watch the images round through turns 2 and 3. And now the last corner before they head on down the straight into turn 1. Hope you're enjoying those images at home, folks. Thanks to the live stream guys for bringing them to us. Manson still leads from Harrison Zhao. Jamie Thompson to the top now. Thompson in P1. Marco Manson P2. Harrison Zhao 3. Arthur Braun 4. Then it's Cole Turney. 39.696. I have that as a new lap record by 1,000th of a second for Jamie Thompson. As the 7 car of Campbell Owens into the pits. Not sure what the problem for the number 7 is. The 2NZ of Thompson still leads. The 69 of Manson in P2. Harrison Zhao in P3. Have we lost the number 12 as well? I think that's Cooper McLeod from Invercargill. The all black cart number 12. Still no change in the top of the table. Thompson, Manson, Levi McMillan P3. Harrison Zhao 4. The 47 of Braun is 5. Then it's Cole Turney, Miles Baker, Carson Daly. Marco Manson takes over at the front. Jamie Thompson P2, Daly up to 3. Then McMillan, Miles Baker is 5. 0.2 of a second separates the top 8 go-karts. Nothing between them in this qualifying session. Brought to you by Veloce Karting. Manson still leads. 39.639 is the qualifying time to beat by Marco Manson. You watch them head down through turn 7, the 33 kart of Scott McDonald and the 22 of Sam Wang. No change in the order. Manson leads Thompson. These two went at it in the practice sessions this morning. Then it's Daly, McMillan, Baker, Zhao, Braun, Turney, Tucker, Ethan Sayer, Isaac Fletcher, Lachlan Tomlinson. That's the top 12 in this qualifying session. Only half a tenth of a second between 1 and 2. Only a few minutes to go in qualifying. Manson still leads from Jamie Thompson. We've lost one in the pits. It's a 74 of Liam Haggerty from the Manawa too. It's the end of the day for Haggerty for qualifying. Great shot on the live stream. So that's 12 laps complete. The checkered flag's out. Looks like qualifying's going to go the way of Marco Manson, the number 69 kart. Second place will be the 2NZ of Jamie Thompson, half a tenth away. Then it's the 97 of Carson Daly in P3. Levi McMillan, the mainland champion, will start from P4. The 88 of Miles Baker from P5. Then we go back to the 82 of Harrison Zhao in 6th, the 47 of Braun in 7th, Cole Turney, the 38 kart in 8th, Zach Tucker, the 11 will come home in 9, then Ethan Sayer will start from 10th tomorrow in the number 93. We'll see if we can get a word with young Marco Manson on that very intense Rotax Max Junior qualifying. So with me, I've got young Marco Manson. Marco, that was a pretty intense qualifying session. You came out on top, but only by half a tenth. So how did that feel for you from the driver's seat?
Pretty cool. I wasn't sure till I came in. It felt good, and I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's very tight. There's nothing between the top 10 or 12 go-karts. So tomorrow's another day. Any changes you need to make to your kart, or are you happy with the way it's going?
It's all a secret.
It's all a secret. There you go. So he's not letting anything away just yet. But we'll see tomorrow on the track. So congratulations, Marco. Good qualifying, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
So good sleep required tonight. And then we'll get into it first thing tomorrow for the 3 heats. So very tight qualifying. It's been very tight all day, the qualifying here at KartSport Marlborough. Only half a tenth back to the 2NZ of Jamie Thompson. Then we go back to the 97 of Carson Daly, another 8 100ths. So the last qualifying session of the day about to hit the track, folks. That's the big KZ2s, the 6-speed gearbox monsters. The premier class of KartSport New Zealand. Can't wait for KZ2 qualifying. Proudly supported by the Moa Brewing Company as well. Proudly New Zealand owned, producing craft beer since 2003 here in Marlborough. One thing that's really pricked my interest with the Moa Brewing Company is that they only charge a flat shipping rate of $12 per order anywhere in New Zealand. So if you need a couple of beersies for your place, $12 is all it's going to cost to get them to your house, no matter where you live in the country. Massive range as well of ciders and sour grapes and all sorts of bits and pieces, IPAs and hazies, you name it, they've got at the Marlborough Company, based here in Blenheim. Proudly supporting KZ2, our premier class this weekend here at KartSport Marlborough for the Meridian General 2024 New Zealand Karting Championships. So qualifying underway shortly, the last event of the day, folks. Then we'll get into heat racing tomorrow. We'll get the KZ2s all warmed up. It's all about tyre management in this class. They're so hard on tyres. Jacob Cranston from the Manawatu, the number 9 kart's leading us at the moment. We've got one stopped over the back straight there. Oh, that's the end of turn 1. Not sure who that is. Down at turn 1 there. Not a very good place to start. Trying to push start that kart, get it going. It might be Regan Hall. Not the best place to be sitting, to be fair. Can't get that kart started. It's going to have to go to the infield. So that's the end of qualifying for that kart there. I'm not sure. I think that might be Miles Findlay. I'm not sure. So Jacob Cranston leads us from Luke Thompson, then David Malcolm. Jay Murray from Australia in the 33 kart, sitting in 4th place. Massive pace these things have. They'll be knocking on 140 k's an hour at the end of the straight. 6-speed gearbox. Oh, another one stopped up here. That might be Bethune. Might be Josh Bethune's just parked out of turn 4. I know, going again now. Might have a flat tyre, actually, Josh Bethune. So Jacob Cranston, the number 9, rounds turn 7. Leading qualifying, it is Josh Bethune. Into the pits he comes, the number 32. Going to start from P12 tomorrow. I'm not able to post a fast time. He'll be disappointed with that. So that, can't see who that is on the infield. It might be the 79 of Cameron Jones. It's one of the Drago karts, I know that. So Cranny still leads from Nathan Krang, Raymond Malin in P3. Then it's Luke Thompson, Blake Corrin, the 99 kart. Defending champion Jay Ewan sitting down in P6 just at the moment. We expect that to change. So round will come Moa Brewing Company KZ2. Blake Corrin to the top of the sheets now, the number 99. 37.612. Couple of tenths off the lap record for Blake Corrin. Here comes Irwin as well, jumps to P3. So Irwin up to 3, the defending champion. Jacob Cranston, the Cranston Express, sitting in the between in position 2. See Jay Murray slipping down to P9 now, the 33, the Australian man. Irwin just pulls off to the left-hand side, making a couple of adjustments, as does Cranston. Looking to go again, give the tyres a breather, have another crack, see what the last couple of laps have got for Cranny and Jay Irwin. So Jacob Cranston now the top of the table with a 37.5. The 99 of Blake Corrin in P2. Nathan Krang in 3. Irwin slipped to 4. Now Raymond Malin jumps to P3. So Malin to 3. Krang to 4. Irwin to 5. Mitchell Corrin 6. Only a few laps remain in qualifying for the Moa Brewing Company KZ2's National Championship. Malin just leaning the weight across, pulling gears furiously down through turn 7. Some great shots on the live stream. Beautiful sunny day here at KartSport Marlborough. Cranston at the top with a 37.499. Then it's the 99 of Blake Corrin from the Bay of Plenty Club. Raymond Malin from Auckland sitting in P3. Then it's the AS62 of Nathan Krang in P4. Bit of cat and mouse going on out in the infield. But Cranston's still the fastest. He's going to put it on P1 unless someone else has got something up their sleeve. Irwin now to P2. So the 1 NZ of Irwin up to 2, 3 1,000ths of a second between 1 and 2. Then it's Blake Corrin 3. Raymond Malin in 4th place. Only a couple of laps to go. Can Jay Irwin improve that time? Cranston still P1. Pulls out now, lets Irwin go through. Krang's going to sit him behind Irwin and try and get a tow. Irwin won't be keen to help them get any faster than that. Massive closing speed, front and rear brakes. Here comes Nathan Krang, peels off into the pits. Decided not to use any more tyre up, as does Jacob Cranston. Oh no, Cranston's just letting some traffic go past. So Cranston's still the quickest, just at the moment. Jay Irwin, 3 1,000ths of a second in 2nd place. The 99 of Blake Corrin in P3, then it's the 34 of Raymond Malin. The 62 of Nathan Krang in 5. The 41 of Corrin is 6. Then it's the 33 of Jay Murray in 7. Luke Thompson, the 31 kart in P8. David Malcolm P9. Sam Jones in the 77 kart is P10. The first of our masters, Cameron Jones, the 79 kart in P11. Josh Bethune, after parking in the pits, home in 12. Regan Hall, the 93 kart in 13th, and the 6 of Miles Finley is your rear field. So that must be Regan Hall parked on the grass out there. Still Cranston hangs on. Checkered flag's out now, that's qualifying done. Irwin's on his last lap. Can he improve on his time? He's looking for 3 1,000ths of a second improvement. As Irwin's going to cross the line, can he improve on that time? The short answer is no, he can't. So Jacob Cranston's going to take out qualifying in the number 9 kart. Second is going to be the 1 NZ, the defending champion Jay Irwin from P2. 3 1,000ths of a second separate those two. Then it's Blake Corrin, the 99 kart in P3. Raymond Malin, the 34 in P4. Nathan Krang, P5. Mitchell Corrin, P6, the 41. And the 33 of Jay Murray in 7. The 31 of Luke Thompson comes home in 8th. David Malcolm will be 9th. And Sam Jones rounds out the top 10, the number 77. We'll see if we can get a word with Jacob Cranston after that qualifying effort. So with me now, Jacob Cranston, multiple kart champion. Jacob, that was pretty tough qualifying. So you ended up 3 1,000ths of a second ahead of Jay Irwin, so absolutely nothing in it. How'd the kart feel?
Yeah, it's definitely the best the kart's felt all weekend. I don't think I've been within 2/10 of Jay all weekend, so to be close with him now is good, and we've just got to keep going forward and keep doing what we're doing.
Cool, yeah, I mean obviously 3 1,000ths of a second is less than a blink of an eye, so that doesn't mean much for tomorrow for the heat racing, but obviously starting on the front row is always a good position to be, so you're not having to fight your way through. So looking for some good clean heat racing tomorrow, then see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah man, for sure. Pole's always better, but we'll see what happens. Thank you.
Oh, you'll be able to buy Dad a beer tonight for putting it on pole, so congratulations Jacob, we'll catch up with you tomorrow. So there you go, KZ2 top qualifier Jacob Cranston by 3 1,000ths of a second over the defending champ Jay Irwin. Look forward to that battle tomorrow. That's going to be something to look forward to. So that's the end of qualifying today, the end of the event today, folks. So it's time for a little quiet beer in the club rooms to celebrate the qualifying efforts from everybody. Much appreciated. All the support from the officials, tech officers, the people in the shop and the race control, just keeping everything going here today. The live stream, hope you've enjoyed it at home, folks. We're going to duck off and get ourselves a quiet little beersy and get the rest of the tech stuff done. And we'll look forward to catching you bright and early first thing in the morning for the first of our heat racing. Getting underway around sort of 9 o'clock, I think, is kick-off time. The live stream will be up and running. But in the meantime, have a good evening and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.